Hello and welcome into the video for this ESQ Esquire, which I thought was a particularly attractive watch. Actually, it's well made and it's part of the Movado brand, which I think is pretty much based in the States, but the ESQ is the sort of branch and a spin-off that they launched to bring the prices down, so it's the sort of lower end of the Movado range. But this unusual piece, and I dug around on the internet to try and find out as much as I could. I couldn't find out an awful lot, so I thought I'd do a video for those who maybe own one or looking for one. This one is for sale, and mainly just the purpose of this video is to just talk you around what it is. So it's a quartz ticker, and it's just a basic sort of dress diver's watch. It does have a rotating bezel, which I believe is a 60-click unidirectional bezel, and it has Mercedes hands. In the center there you'll see ESQ and Esquire with Swiss made and Swiss made at the very bottom. Let's get the pointer stick. So where's it going to appear? There we are. So Swiss made is at the bottom there. Swiss Esquire quartz. 100 meters of water resistance, no screw down crown. Good loom. This is well loomed. It's sort of reminiscent of the Seiko SRP range, and it glows nicely actually. The Mercedes hands are loomed there, and the lollipop on the second hand is loomed. And as you'll see, it's hitting its seconds markers pretty well. So good sign there. The date window is framed in white and is a good proportion to the dial, and the dial colour is blue with a sunburst effect. Looks very pleasant, and it's a meaty-ish watch. It's wears nice and flat on the wrist because it's a quartz with a screw back case, and I think it doesn't really say much there. It just says it's quite worn, stainless steel, Swiss quartz. See if we can find anything else. I should have done this first of all. Water resistant, but that's about it. Knurling is a big part of this watch. It's got a knurled bezel, which is dead easy to grip. A knurled crown. Is it signed? No, it's not signed. Knurled crown, and there's knurling on the bracelet, which is unusual. I haven't really seen that before. And the bracelet's quite nicely made. It's solid with a pin type link changing system, maybe pin and collar, but I haven't actually removed any links. This watch probably good for a 17cm wrist. I'll just bang it on a second, and it does have a reasonable clasp, which is securely clipped, and then the safety over the top, and it is signed as well. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, over about a centimetre and a bit of adjustment, and a bit loose on my wrist there. So with that, it's on the lowest setting, so you've got about 6 3/4 inch wrist. Probably easily go up to a 7 and a splash wrist size. So unclip. I know this is dreadfully boring, but it's just to talk you through. It's got some weight. It's not the heaviest watch. It's not the lightest, but it's probably about 110 grams, I would have thought. And it's showing signs of wear with some scratching and minor marks over it, but it still looks pretty sharp. There is a scratch to the watch face, which the mineral glass, I would imagine, just there. You've got to look for it. It doesn't really show. It doesn't affect the reading of the dial or anything like that. It's just a fairly faint scratch. Can you just see it? It sort of runs across from there, but it's pretty minimal up to about that point, and then you can just see it there. You've got to look for it. It's not something that stands out, but overall the dial is pleasant and loomed, and we could waffle on for a bit longer, but that's about it really. It's a nice short wearing watch. It's about 45mm on the lug to lug. I'd assume it's a 20mm on the strap lug distance, and it's probably about 10mm. I think I've measured this. It's nothing excessive. It's sub 11 anyway on the thickness. think about more like 10. But pretty presentable that. It looks nice and would make someone a nice watch. I'm sure you'll agree. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. ESQ, Esquire. ESQ obviously shortened to from Esquire, and supposedly 100-meter water resistance without a screw down crown, but then some of my Seikos are like that. Obviously I can't guarantee any water resistance, but that's what it says there, and she hits the markers nicely on that, and we're going to repeat ourselves over and over again. But there we are. So 40mm case diameter, crown's about an extra couple of mil, but it wears nicely on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. And nice and flat. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.